Many years ago, high school sports had a home.
All right, this is going to be a big football game.
The fifth and final state championship game for 1992.
Another edition of Football Friday night here on ABC 7.
About half of the matchup that we expected.
Boom! Oh, wait, no, it's supposed to be up. Yeah, there we go.
Then the Friday night lights suddenly faded away for many of those watching from home. That was then, and this is now. A world in which high school sports around the state have joined a revolution for all fans in one single place. The stakes remain the same, but the script has changed. High school sports has a new home. This is Varsity Sports Network.
Varsity Sports Network is now live, broadcasting here on this homecoming night at Pirate Stadium at Braden River High School. Tonight, we're going to bring you a very important Manatee County District 3S, District 13 matchup between the hosting Braden River Pirates and the Parrish Community High School Bulls. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partner, Mr. Ken Burton Jr., and we want to extend a shout-out to our statistician, Stephen Johnson's, sitting this one out in our Atlanta studio tonight. Ken, since we have a great Manatee County game tonight, I wanted to say a special shout-out tonight to many members of the production crew that are all products of the Manatee education, and we might roll those here tonight. So you're seeing those on the screen here, and you can see, of course, I'm in there, class of 81, Ken Burton Jr., class of 80, Jordan Varnador, class of 2006, executive producer Chad Burton, 2006, Justin Stansel. Now we got engineer in charge, class of 2016, Manatee, Bob Herman, former director of TD Bright House Sports Network, down with us tonight. Jason Boone, camera lead, class of 2004, Manatee. And then the operating camera, the class of 2010, Hope Presbyterian. And then we have Tori Silva, a class of 2018, Manatee County. Julio Martinez, class of 2019. Came over from West Palm Beach. Steve Johnson with our Atlanta studios tonight. Palmetto, Shelly Burton, and she is catering and director of bringing the cookies to the staff here. You know, as we talk about this tonight, you know, it's been a lot of fun to support students in Manatee County. You know, and you and I, we made that transition from childhood to students to taxpayers, and we're going to keep living in Manatee County doing our thing. We'll be old guys someday. And we thank everyone for watching us. And, you know, as our group has, I remember young days, and now, you know, we've got community leaders that have been associated with us, but all products generally of the Manatee County school system. It's great to be here in Manatee County tonight.
Yeah, a great thing, Brian, and a good well-rounding of our community. You have guys that are old like us to recent grads, and but we got a football game to do tonight, and we're excited to do that. We're excited to be back here at Braden River High School. We know from in the past coming here, this is a tough place to come in and get a victory. And for the Bulls tonight, they're hoping for a David versus Goliath outcome tonight in this big Class 3S District 13 matchup. Both are looking, Brian, they're both looking to bounce back from ugly wins. The Bulls thought they were going to go in and they were undefeated last week. They go in to play winless Southeast, come out, the outcome wasn't what they were hoping, so they're hoping to bounce back. And then Braden River had to go to Orlando and play a game and got down 23-0 and couldn't make the comeback. So looking to come back win. And, you know, if the playoffs were tonight, you know, and it's October, so you can start talking about that. And with October, you have the power rankings put out by the FHSAA. If the playoffs were tonight, Braden River would be sitting in the number 7 seed in their region, so they would make it. And if not, and for the other team here, they would be number 10, and on the outside looking in, the Bulls. So whoever wins this game tonight, Brian, has the best chance to make the playoff. Both of these teams still have to go up against Port Charlotte, who we've done a couple of their games. And Braden River will be playing them next week. And then the following week, Port Charlotte travels up to Parrish for the finale.
And Ken, I hear the national anthem. I apologize to everyone. We're going to turn around and remove our hats and listen to the national anthem. Thank you very much, Ken, and we'll continue. And I want to apologize to my mom and dad, and especially Dad out there watching the game tonight. That is something I did not hear the national anthem background. Beautiful a cappella rendition there by the Parrish choir, by the Braden River Choir. And so, really, Parrish community. You know, if you look at the Bulls, you know, this is the first class of graduating seniors. Ken, as I went through the roster today, it was huge, but it's filled with a lot of little numbers. When I say little numbers, we're talking about freshmen. We're talking about weights of 123, 137 pounds, 120 pounds. So what we're seeing is a much smaller team. But one thing I'm excited about is the excitement. It was 2 pages full, 1 through 99, and even some double numbers. So they are excited here in Parrish. And the crowd has showed up here about their football team. Offensively, you know, they got to be balanced statistically. So those are some of the keys here for Parrish tonight.
Yeah, and to add to Parrish, for them, this is their biggest game of their program. It tops last week because, as you said, first graduating class of the new school. Last week was their first district game as a full squad. So it moves to this week now as the biggest game, a great litmus test. And if you know, the David versus Goliath thing, I looked up Braden River back in the day, way back in 2008. In their second year, they make the playoffs. They go to Palmetto, who has been around since the late 50s, go into Palmetto and beat them 30-17 way back on November 21st, 2008. So anything's possible with the Bulls tonight. Never know. That's why you play the game.
Yeah, and if you look, you know, there's if you remember the games like Michigan, you know, is East Carolina or Appalachian State. It was Appalachian State. And, you know, the percentages, I know you're going to know this one. We didn't talk about this. What is the statistics, that percentage that the Bulls would win this one tonight, Ken? I'm sure you've researched that.
Oh yeah. Well, according to the Massey ratings, 2%. But, you know, it was about the same a couple weeks ago with Port Charlotte and Manatee, and Port Put it on the Hurricanes, who was undefeated coming in that game. That's why you line up and play the game.
And that's why I have Ken Burton as my broadcast partner. He's always got the information. Here, Braden River, let's talk about the keys. Ball control offense. Well, we know they have a dynamic scheme. They can do so much, but they like the big back Pender, and he is a heavy run. And they also have a stout defense, a lot of talent, and of course, we'll talk later about the offensive coordinator and the head coach out there. They've been together forever. But, Ken, some other follow-up.
Yeah, the coaching continuity with Eric Sanders and Kurt Bradley. Bradley's in his 11th season. They go back to northern Iowa, where Sanders was throwing Bradley passes in college. Bradley calls the defense, Sanders offense. They scheme very good. And 11 seasons, they're vying to make the playoffs for their 9th straight year. That's pretty impressive.
Well, the visiting team, general comments here, we were going to talk about that Parrish community. And we're going to go ahead and turn around and face the game because we're about to have action here. So the captains are out on the field here. And for Braden River, you've got Adian Dangler out there, the Mike linebacker, 6'2", 210 pounds. They also have number 24 out there, which is Tanner Wolf, outside linebacker, 6'3", 190. And the big fella out there, number 7, Mason Johnson, 5'11", 286 pounds, along with number 7, Trayvon Pender. There's that running back that we had mentioned earlier. And now across the line, on Lakewood Ranch, we have number 40 there, Ken. Let's pick it up from there.
That's Jason Keene, 154 pounds senior.
Number 12.
Linebacker, Gage Cameron.
And we also have number 21.
Parker Vitterick, 160-pound junior.
And a great pickup there by our great cameraman, and that is out there is Jason, and he always helps us out here. You can't imagine what we can see from the press box here, but the camera right on the shot. Jason Boone, he had that just absolutely perfect for you. Thank you, Jason Boone, for that assist. Now preparing to come out of the fog. They've got the big helmet over there. Braden River Pirates, the home team. Here they come out on the field. And there you go with a backflip. And that is number 2 for the Pirates, and that's Connor Casillas. He's a 6'4", 190-pound senior.
When somebody can come out and do backflips when they've got shoulder pads and a helmet on and cleats, they need ATH as their position. That's truly amazing.
And he is a free safety and strong safety, and 6'4", 190. That's a big,
nice and lean.
A big human to be a acrobat out there. Now Lakewood Ranch is going to kick this one off. Looks like the kicker is going to be number 36, Owen Tomlinson. And you can see the nerves. There's still a minute and 16 left before they start things here. And
yeah, they got to set the clock before we can start the game. Tomlinson has had 10 kickoffs, and he's put 1 in the end zone.
And 3 deep returners back there for the Pirates. Interesting. They've got big Cravante Kuntz back there. He's a wide receiver, tight end, 6 foot, 230 pound. So that's a hammer of a blocker back there when you get it back to the smaller returners. And they have Roy Burchett there, the Manatee High transfer. Lots of fantastic speed there on the right sideline. So I look for Roy Burchett probably to field this one. It looks like they're going to set up shop and kick the other way, Ken.
Yeah, it looks like they've done some film work the way Braden River's set up. I mean, the 2 guys in the corners they're backing up to about the 15-yard line. So they've seen something on tape to be set up like this.
I think Connor Infante's back there also to receive. There's a deep driving kick, and it's going to be fielded by that big tight end. He's running through the middle of the field, and Kuntz is all the way to the 38-yard line. Cravante, how about that? The senior out there, 6 foot, 230-pound, blocking back on the return. Looked very, very good, running north and south, Ken.
Yeah, it wasn't. He was galloping. Galloping might be a better word for that. And he's probably like the key guy there for the wedge. But hey, he looked pretty good there running it.
And the Bulls have a lot of younger players, smaller in frame, and he's here comes that big heavy coming at you. He was just looking for contact out there. Now we've seen this dynamic offense over the years. Braden River, they moved one the tight end, and that's going to be Kalchek in motion. And he gets a run. Pender takes the outside, and he really good tackle there by number 6, and that is Bryson Bender, the 5'11", 160-pound sophomore cornerback. Wow.
Yeah, you're going to see a heavy dose of running tonight with Braden River. They just passed just to help move the chains, and but you're going to see a lot of running tonight.
Braden River, 2 receivers out there to the left. Hands the ball off to Pinder, drives forward. And not much of a gain there. Great job by the interior line there by Parrish Community High School. Brings up a 3rd and about 3.
Yeah, looks like the Parrish Community was holding their own on that play on the interior line. Sets up a 3rd and short. Really a lot of things Braden River can pull out of the playbook here.
So Nick Tryer's back there, waits the snap. He's got it, hands the ball off to Pinder, running hard.
Short.
Great hit
He's
by
short.
the linebacker. Nowhere to go. Number 44, and that is amazing that Ashton Springfield, 190 pounds, so he's pretty good size for a sophomore. Man, what a great tackle.
Well, they just closed that hole up. Before it was open there for a second, Brian, and all of a sudden they just closed it up, and there was just nowhere to run. 3 and out. That's a great start for the Bulls.
Braden River, let's see if they're going to punt this one away. Bruno Roos is back there to punt. Very nice snap.
Oh,
and he fumbles it. Very late rush there, and good punt.
Okay.
It's going to take a great bounce, and it's going to go down to about the 5-yard line. Really a tough, the one time that you're playing safe, punt safe, you have a muffed punt back,
yes.
snap back there. He gets to pick it up, look around, and you didn't bring the heat. So.
Yes, and unfortunately, Parrish Community didn't catch the ball either, so they lost about 15 yards of critical field position. Now, they're very balanced. Running the ball and passing the ball. You remember Palmetto High a few years back, I think is one of the regional teams. They were within 12 yards the whole season of total rushing yards and passing yards. That's what you're going to see tonight out of Parrish Community. Very balanced.
So Jason Vols is back there. He's going to be the quarterback this evening. He's got 2 wide receivers out to the left side of formation with the slot back there in motion. Now he fakes the bubble screen. Now he throws the long ball out there. It's very high, and it's going to be picked off. I think he got his hands under there. We will get
he's waving it off.
It's called incomplete. We're going to get a look at this on our replay here. So I thought he had his hands under there. Let's see if the ball slipped between the hands and hit the ground.
Looks like he just threw up a prayer. Got a little bit of a rush. He had to move to the right.
A little bit of defensive holding back there. Not quite. I thought he got his hands on it, but it's called an incomplete pass. Parrish has a 2nd and 5, or 2nd and 10. It says 2nd and 5 on the clock, but that's 2nd and 10. And then driving forward there is Javon Moss, 5'8", 154-pound sophomore.
He's their leading ground gainer, Brian, coming in with 645 yards, averaging 6.6 per clip. If he can do that tonight, that'll be very effective for
why do anything else, right? 2 times 6 is more than 10.
Yes.
So he's going to talk to those coaches and say, feed me the rock, baby. It's time. But Parrish, looking very good here. Early on, there's 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. So Jackson Volz looks things over. Throws it out there, really good, nice play setup. Doesn't get the block that he needed out there, however. And good play by the defender out there, number 28 on the play, which is not on my roster.
But I like it. It's a great play call, real simple, high percentage of being effective. And but like you said, just short of a block, and they fall a few yards short. So far, 2 3 and outs. They're trying to feel each other out.
Now you look, the punt, the wind will be just a bit behind the back of the punter going back to kick this one away. And sorting things out, I had Olin Tomlinson as the kicker on my roster. Let's see who trots out there. They're trotting out there late, and we may have a delay of game here. It's getting very close. And that is Owen Tomlinson back there to fire this one away. And there is stoppage of the clock. There's your delay of game. I felt we were getting a little bit close there. So now rough situation for punting becomes tough. Now this one's tricky because Tomlinson's very close to that back line.
He cannot back up. He's averaging right at 40 yards a punt so far this season.
Moves the protection over.
Oh, did he get a jump?
Got him to jump off sides. That's going to go right back. So still going to be a punting situation.
So he'll be in the middle of the end zone now instead of right there hugging that end line.
Now Roy Burchett has gone. If you haven't watched this young man play, I love this kid. You know, he's smaller in stature, but in size, but the guy can absolutely fly. He's got ultimate elite type quickness. High snap. It's going to be gathered there. Great job by Tomlinson to get that one out of there. And then gets a good roll. And check this out. It's going to go down inside to the 43-yard line. Hustling down there is number 11, Holton Graham.
50 yards on a punt. So we've had 2 3-and-outs, and we've had 2 punts that if they were rushing, they would have easily been blocked or they would have tackled the punter. But nobody's been hurt. It's still a 0-0 game.
And when you bring the house, that's the time they get the great snap. They fire it out there, and they get a big hit on your returner back there.
That's right.
So you never know. Football's a lot like a box of chocolates. 7:57 on the clock. Trier looking things over. There's Burchett showing that speed we talked about, but great tackle on the play. That's number 32. And that is John Keene, 185-pound sophomore. How about that tackle? I mean,
yeah. Well, I like the run too, and you just got to stay in your area with him because he's scary, Brian. 5'6", 175. You got to find him first.
That's another thing, and he's got excellent feet. You know, he's got the jump cut ability. He's got everything as far as speed. He's easy first down. Trying to crease him. He does. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, and he is going to be in for score. The score.
Did he get in?
Yeah, he did. Roy Burchett.
51 yards, and there's a flag. He just called holding.
Oh, and you can see back there, Nick Trier is disgusted back there with the call. But, you know, a great chance to take a peek at that elite-type speed from Roy Burchett. But, you know, he started stumbling at about the 20 and was never able to get into his stride, but he was just hanging in there to keep his balance. And his knee was down at about the half-yard line, but I think that the nose of the ball was over the plane. You just barely have to hit the front.
So there's the penalty.
Now let's take a look at the play here, guys. Burchett takes it.
He is untouched into the secondary and then just outruns. And number 6 has got the angle there. And the other thing running backs have to do, if you saw the defensive back trying to knock that ball out, they have to, besides running, they've got to protect that ball.
2nd 11, Trier looks this way. He's rolling to the sideline. Big pressure, throws it out there, incomplete pass. So number 11, we've seen him make a couple plays here in the game early on, and that's Holton Graham, 5'8", 170 pounds. He's a junior.
Yeah, the quarterback really just threw that away. The play was not, there was nothing there. Best thing to do is just throw it over to the sideline and live for another down.
You know, we do a lot of games, in Manatee County, Ken, and I look at this tonight, what we see here in the stadium, it is a packed house. There's more fans here than a big game that we covered at Manatee High School, so it shows the environment here is just electric tonight. Trier throws the long ball down the sideline. Got a man, but it's incomplete.
Nice 50-50 ball there to number 22, but just overthrew him a little bit.
Yeah, and that was Yeshua Edwards there.
So 4th and 11, they'll be punting again. Let's see. So that's 3 3-and-outs. Now let's see if we have another mishap on the punt here.
Bruno Roos is back there to punt this one away again.
And they're playing him kind of short. The safety's only back on about the 30-yard line.
Good snap. Keene awaits this one, and he's just going to let that one hit, and it's going to be another nice roll inside the 10-yard line, trickling out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. I tell you what, Ken, they don't get the hang time that you did, and they don't have the strong leggage, but you look at the distance on these punts. These are some big punts coming out of here tonight.
Yes.
We had a 50-yarder earlier.
Yes, and what I like about this punt was it was strategically directional punt. Parrish wasn't even playing back, and the punter kicked it over right about to the 20 and then got another 10 yards on the bounce. And you know, the net, all you worry about is the net, and they flipped the field.
Javon Moss is back in the backfield this time. Vols, a little shaky on the exchange, very wisely. Instead of forcing a fumble there, just trying to, you know, stick it up underneath the backs. Really a smart. Let's take a look at that one. So if you can see there, good job.
He never grasped it. Lucky to hang on to it.
But really, it's a smart play by the quarterback. Those can be disastrous back there. 7-yard loss on it brings up a 2nd and 17. Jackson Vols looking things over. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He runs it right to the line there. He's going to be immediately hit there by number 28. Again, not on my roster. And so we'll hopefully figure maybe grab someone, find that out at halftime. We try to get all the names of the student athletes on every play.
Volts is the second leading rusher on the team, but only with 61 yards and 28 of them on one play. So he doesn't run too much, but enough to make the stats.
The clock says 3rd and 5, but I promise you it's 3rd and about 16 here. That's one of the reasons over the years we learned never to plug into a clock on the field. Learned that in about 2 games about 11 years ago. This time, driving forward, he may not have been down there, Ken, and he was able to, and really heads-up play by Braden River defense, but very small gain to bring up punting situation.
Yeah, not a lot of times do you see a team when it's 3rd and 16, even though it said it was 3rd and 5 on the scoreboard, where you're running kind of like a little jet sweep there, you know, just trying to get a little room again for the punter, and we're playing field position here so far.
Now number 36, Owen Tomlinson, goes back to punt this one away. You know, and this
50 yards the first time.
4:35 on the clock. A little high.
Slow.
No, it got there. Slow, but it got there. And now the ball's up. This not as deep of a kick. It's going to be fielded there by Burchette with a fair catch, and then they will start at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that one just traveled 27. Had great hang time, and the punt returner made it easy for him just to settle up under it and catch, which is rare. You rarely see that.
If you haven't been out here, this is my first time. Is this your first time here at Parrish, Ken? Or this is your first time at Braden River, right? If you haven't been out here, we've done games out here before. Is this a new track that they have?
Probably.
A little, and the field's in a little. There's 2 like creases in the field here on the hashes where they've got the hashes there. So it looks a little different here tonight. The playing surface here is usually very, very, it's perfect, and they had to deal with a lot of rain issues, so it looks a little different here.
It's mainly where the hash marks are. There's little gaps of 10 yards.
And it looks like there's a little rut in there on both sides of the field.
Yeah, you can see it on the...
Yeah. That's really good stuff right there, Ken. Thank you. And this time Trier takes that. He has 2 receivers out wide to the right, 1 single out there to the left. It's an option to the right. He's got Pinder out there, turning the corner. And fumble, ball's out.
Oh, my goodness.
Parrish Community. And number 40 is on the ball. What a strip. And then James Keene with a recovery. But you're going to pick up the strip. Keene's going to get the glory here. But what a play. We'll get it here on the replay. And it was an amazing strip.
But Braden River has had great field position, even though we're playing 3 and outs. But hats off to the Braden River defense. Watch this strip come. I mean, he is running to the end zone here, and all of a sudden, boom, number 6 out of nowhere. I mean, that is textbook right there, Brian.
Bryson Bender, it's sophomore, 160 pounds making plays.
I mean, that's your defensive coordinator. You get a prize for that on the weekly awards. He'll probably get a hat or something. That was textbook.
A huge play. Running back had cleared, great blocking, had the first down, big turnover here. And Parrish community is just hanging tough in this game. The crowd is very loud. Quarterback Vols looks, throws it over there.
And he
had him squared up over there. And what we would have called a button hook, you might call it a dig. 13, incomplete pass.
Yeah, just he was open and hit him right in the hands, and unfortunately was unable to pull it in. Unfortunate for the Bulls. But he was open. Looked like he found a little spot they might have been playing zone. I didn't see, but he was definitely open.
Jackson Vols looks things over, 2nd and 10. Clock at 4:09. How about that? Checking with the sideline, changing things up. Looks a little bit like Braden Rivers' office. This time they got a little jet sweep coming in there late. Turning, twisting, no gain on the play. That's Javon Moss. It's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, that play just looked like it was going nowhere. It was like he was having to do the jet sweep. He was having to get around people to try to get outside. Had the long side of the field, but couldn't get to the long.
That's true. It's 3:41 on the clock. It is now 3rd and 13. It's right on the clock this time. So this time, a big play here. You cannot turn the ball over here, can the Bulls. They throw a little screen, middle screen. It's complete and very good tackle. Squatting on that one. Heads up play. It looked like number 3 there, which was Connor Kasayish. 6'4", 190-pound free safety.
And I think Coach Volts is just going to play conservative ball here. Again, a very safe play. Just run that screen and hope for the best, and we'll punt and play some defense again. Sooner or later, they have got to get Braden River off their side of the field. Too many short fields. It's going to catch up with you.
Great snap. Gets this one on a low driving kick.
It's
going to be
head.
over his head. It's rolling to the 40, to the 35. Hustling down there to down the ball is number 19, Castril Young. He's a freshman. Ken, what you're seeing tonight, you're seeing a very seasoned Braden River team coming here. Very good offensive scheme, lots of experience. They've played a ton of big games. And right now, it is a matchup. It is neck and neck with these Bulls.
And that plays in the Bulls' favor. Braden River just needs to play their game. They've been there and done that. They've been in a state championship game. This is only their 2nd playoff game where they've had a full squad like we were talking about in the pregame. And that was a 51-yard punt there, 10 feet off the ground.
Look for the big slot receiver over here. They had 2 covering 1 there momentarily. Now they clean that up. Looks like Brichette drives that one forward for a 2-yard gain on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, Braden River has only thrown 47 times all season. They're going to grind it out. They're going to play power football. But they do have the wherewithal to throw when they need to.
And they've got a wide receiver that, Kervante Kuntz. He's 6 foot, 230 pounds. He plays wide receiver tight end. They can go with 2 sets, and the other tight end is the leading receiver on the team, and that is Kalchik. 46 yards a game per game, I think. And this time Brichette has it. And really nice tackle there by number 40. And he came, James Keene. So James has got a fumble recovery. He comes up and makes the tackle, sacrifices his body there.
Yeah, and it's a big game. It's a big game for their program. They've got a lot of people across the way that are cheering them on, and they're just laying it all out there. That's what you're supposed to do.
And I'll talk later. Talk to the athletic director. We did communicate with the coach, and nothing but kindness to us to set up and cover these Parrish Bulls. Bichette has the edge this time, shows that speed. First down on the play, pick up, so it brings up a 1st and 10. Ball is spotted at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, they're running an option, but it's just really, I'm just going to pitch it at him, and we'll see if he can outrun your guys. And, yeah, here, I'm just going to pitch it. And then it's a race to the sideline. Short side of the field benefited Braden River. Otherwise, could have gained some more yards.
Now we've got the big tight end, and that's Kalchek, 87, and then 2 wide receivers out there. This time he's blocking. The big back runs, leans forward, and that's Kuntz in the backfield, that tight end running the ball. So they put the 230-pounder in there to run the ball, gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, he's seen some spot duty running the ball. He 3 times for about 50 yards. So, just giving the other guys a little breather and a good change of pace for Braden River to open this game up.
Trier, snap, Kuntz again. Big hammering run forward for another 1st down. Now this will be a cumulative nightmare on this smaller front.
Oh yeah, yes.
For the Bulls, what you're seeing is a 230-pound back coming at you, and you got some players making plays, flying over the place, but Ken, they're 125, 135, 145.
Yeah, and the scary thing is he's getting a running start. He's running full speed by the time he hits the line of scrimmage.
There's Kalchek over here in the tight end position to the right of the formation, kind of a wing back look there. Trier comes up the line of scrimmage. Now he has
Coach Sanders right there signaling the play in.
Bichette in the backfield. Oh, it looked like a face mask there, but it not called on the play. We may get a look on that one from our guys. It was very, very high around the top of the shoulder. Looked like a face mask. As the clock goes to 0 here, it's 0-0. The Bulls are hanging tough at home, and there's your face mask not called. Can you believe this going into the quarter break, Ken?
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely, it gives me a lot of personal satisfaction to have done this for the community. I would encourage anybody who is like me, retired, to look into this and consider, because it really has worked for me.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely.
So back to the action here. Handoff to the center of the field, driving, going to be very close. Looks like he's got the mark. That'll be a 1st down, Pirates. You know, Ken, we're talking to the brief break there, and we said during the broadcast, visiting team, Parrish community, number 1 on your sheet was?
Need to play a perfect game, and so far, so good.
Yep, and forced a turnover, and they're right in this thing. 11:49 here, 2nd quarter. Now, you can see the intensity on the bench here. We've got Braden River bench right in front of us, and things have picked up. It looked like they might have been going through the motions here early, but you can see that on the sideline, the young men are getting a little excited over there, ready to perform. Trier looks. Now he flips it out there late.
Oh,
great catch. And that is going to be very close. He's going to be down at the half-yard line, and that was number 19. And we've seen him, A.J. Causey, out there with a great catch, 6'2", 172 pounds.
Yeah, again, Braden River's going to pound you. It's going to come back, but they will throw every occasion, and you've got to be ready on the defense side, and he was wide open coming across the field.
Had a holding call there, I believe.
So that's the second time where they've had a big play where they've scored or come close to it, and it's coming back.
So the flag that you saw out there was holding, and here, let's see if we can pick it up.
Right there, number 77.
Good.
Right there, the right tackle. Very first part of the play.
Hayden Finney, 6'2", 260, and it's only bad technique. It goes for a play. The DN doesn't make a play if you get caught. They got caught on that one.
Yeah, and we all know holding happens a lot more than you would think. Probably every play is just what you can get away with, and pushing the, whatever the refs will call, and that was pretty blatant there.
Yeah, but the further you get out to the edge, the open space, the more it's called.
Yes.
Pender runs the ball there for a 2-yard gain on the play. Hanging tough. Coming in there, number 32 is John Keene. So we've got James and John Keene, something I looked at. We keep doing these games, and these guys are probably brothers or cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got 2 Keene brothers out there, both making plays today.
And we've seen that pretty much in any game we've done. Of course, Palmetto with the Westers, and those 2 big defensive linemen down in Port Charlotte.
Yeah, the Luthers and the Burrisell brothers. The slot,
yes, that's right.
Out of the slot position. So we've had a lot of these games where family members are making plays. Trier looks. He's going to be dragged down. He throws it forward to the back, but I think his knee was down before he flipped that one, but he called a complete pass. This is another one we're going to get a great look here with our crew out behind us. I think his knees were down. Let's see. Trier rolls over here.
That's doing his Patrick Mahomes here.
Let's see. Ashton Springfield's got him. And he
looks like
gets it off. He had that knee on the top of Springfield, the defender. So clean play. Great call by the officiating crew. This time a bubble screen out there, and that's a good one. And it goes for a nice gain on the play. But, they had an eternity to get there, Ken.
Yeah. They had to throw the ball, and that's not what they're built for. They're going to grind it. But when you get behind the chains with a big holding call, that changes your play call, and so they're going to have to punt it again.
Bubble screen, tunnel screens, that jailbreak screens. There's only a few plays on 3rd and 35.
Yes.
It's tough down in distance. Beautiful snap. That one's on the dime.
Oh, he shanked it.
Shanks the ball out of bounds.
Going to get a nice little bit of roll.
And, I've got to pick up. I always like to talk about long snapping, and that was a beauty of a kick. And then the long snapper hustling down there was ready to make the play down the field, but the ball was shanked out of bounds.
Yeah, about a 23-yard punt there. Gives the Bulls probably their best field position of the night. It's been pretty much Braden River with the short fields, just unable to capitalize. And when they have, penalties.
And I've got 1,000 people on this roster, but no 13, and he's out here wide. Number 8 goes in motion, Tomlinson. This time, a great play.
61.
Nowhere to go. Number 60.
51, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 51 not on my roster here. So I'm working off the Max Prep rosters. And
yeah, there's no 51, but he made a heck of a play. He needs to be on the Max Prep roster.
So now we have number 13 and number 4 out here, which is Torrey Holloman out there, a sophomore in the slot. Vols looks, rolls to his right, stays composed, throws it out there, incomplete. Had a man. He had number 4 out there, which is that is Nasir Stamper, but that's a kind of a tough throw. He's throwing it full speed across his body.
And there was 2 guys on him. A guy just right on him, and then a corner. The gentleman, what was his name? The receiver Stamper caught the lone touchdown last week against Southeast.
Yeah, he looks good running his routes.
Yes.
And then so we have 3 receivers out here to the right, 1 single out there, rolls the ball back there. It's going to be tough. Great play by Vols to get out. Now he tries to tuck it up.
Flag.
And there's going to be a illegal block out here wide. So I'm looking for a not a chop block, but it's going to be some type of illegal block.
On the receiver.
A crackback block.
Blocking down the field.
We'll see. We'll let the pros down on the field sort this one out.
Holding. It had to be downfield, this spot.
It had to be right here about the 34-yard line, and so you decline. So that's a good call. So that's to bring up a 4th down in the punting situation. That was a 3rd down play, right?
He's just, he's just going to run it up, and right there where maybe it was number 4. It was right in that vicinity, as it was down the field.
So now going back and having a game, and the sophomore kicker, Owen Tomlinson, been pretty solid tonight.
2 punts over 50 yards, and then he had a short one for 27. A good night, and he has been a weapon for the Bulls.
Roy Burchett is back there to field this one. He's going
to kick it over his head.
Feet on the 40.
Nope.
Good kick, angling toward the sideline, and that's a good one. And that one's going to roll out at the 25-yard line. Great kick.
Yeah, Burchett nearly hit him. He was running over there like he was going to fair catch it, and just missed him. And again, no net return yards.
So we've got a really good game here. 8:04 on the clock. The score is tied 0-0. The impressive insurgent Parrish Bulls. How about that, Ken?
Yeah, in the pregame, I was hoping they were going to need to play a perfect game. They were going to need to score the points in the red zone, which they haven't had an opportunity. They missed out a lot last week against Southeast, and then slow down the running game. And they have pretty much. And with a little help of Braden River with the penalties, playing right into the game plan. Let's see if they can continue to do this. They're going to need to play 4 quarters tonight.
And the big back gave them a little problems there. Now we have Burchett back in the backfield. So that will be Trier goes back to take the snap. Hands it off to Burchett. Nowhere to go. And he's going to be tackled at the 26-yard line. Gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, not a lot of room to run there. Just a short gain, yard or 2.
And that clock is burning. And it's
Burchett's averaging 5.6 per tote so far this season. And that one probably knocked him down a little bit.
Gave him a little bit of like 1.5-yard gain on the play. So we'll call it a 2nd and very short 9 here by using some rounding. But Burchett gets it this time. This time he hides behind there, and he gets another gain of about 4 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and a very long 4.
He looked like a pinball game there with the bumpers running through those linemen, bouncing here and there, and managed to squeeze a decent gain there to make it 3rd and short, Brian.
This is amazing, Ken. The Bulls hanging tough. Trier looks, got him out there, incomplete. He had a good jump.
You saw what I saw there. Goodness gracious. Number 6, Bryson Bender, the corner there, was, if he'd have jumped it a split second earlier, we could watch it on the replay. He had a pick 6, but great job there on the camera guys getting his name out there. Sophomore.
It's taken us over a decade, but we still do it. The guys and the pros behind us, but sometimes we break rank.
Yeah.
And just nearly a pick 6. Good snap. Very nice punt this time.
You let it bounce for another 10 yards.
Down to the 19-yard line, spotted there.
50 yards. Man, we're having a punter's duel
How about
tonight.
that, Connor?
I think those guys are going to have to take a shower after the game from they're actually breaking a sweat.
One thing I noticed about, over time, guys do not catch the ball on the punts, and there's more and more given up on the punt rolls than before.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Let's go break.
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely, it gives me a lot of personal satisfaction to have done this for the community. I would encourage anybody who is like me, retired, to look into this and consider, because it really has worked for me.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
Hello, this is Mike McDonald with Conley Buick GMC. The best thing about today is I don't have to apologize for not having any inventory. We have GMC Sierras. We have GMC.
And back to live action, 6:32 on the clock. The impressive Bulls here in a 0-0 battle here with Braden River. Second quarter action. Two receivers out here to the right. Vols looks, throws a bubble out there. Makes one miss. Drives forward, and he's tackled at the 24-yard line. Pick up about 5 on the play, Ken.
Yeah, great play by the receiver. That was such a slow developing wide receiver screen. It took forever to get over here, but he was able to dodge the one defender that was going to knock him for a loss to make a decent gain, which is just what they need right now. It's positive yardage.
Vols tries to draw him offside. Braden River stays disciplined. They're running in a 4-man front. Kind of a 4-4 look. 3 receivers out to the left side. Oh, great play. And great escape of the tackle. Running forward, great run. And that is number 2, which is, well, we called this name earlier, Javon Moss. Moss, we've seen, he shows up on the stat sheet there, Ken.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher, 645 yards coming in. And again, he was right there waiting for a 5-yard loss, but got some decent east-west speed, be able to get side and making it a nice 3rd and 4.
Voss has 2 receivers out here. He's got a slot back there, a wing back out there, and 1 back behind him in the backfield. Throws the middle screen, perfect play call there. He's got the first down and more. He's driving forward, and he's at the 40, and he is all the way down. Still breaks the tackle, and he's going.
Hold on to it.
What a play down to the 10-yard line, and that is number 8 there, and number 8 is Lane Tomlinson. So how about this, Tomlinson guys? High school football. We got a kicker that's the Tomlinson, right, Ken?
Yes.
We got the Balls brothers, quarterbacks. Yes. And so the friends and family playing here on VSN Network.
What a great call. And they were in the right scheme and running to in the red zone. They have flipped the field, knocking on the door, Brian. All these families. It is the family hour.
This time he runs it wide. Big hit. Braden River all over that. And that is number 6 there. And he is Marcus Waiters. He's not listed his height and weight. That's unfortunate because he's a big one.
What I liked about that, Moss again running, getting hit in the backfield, but he keeps churning those legs and manages to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, they have him for a loss of 1, but maybe it's a half a yard, but that could have been 3.
Jackson Vols looking sharp out there tonight, managing the game for these Bulls. Javon Moss now in the backfield, takes the handoff, reading his way, driving forward. Nice gain on the play. Still going, driving, still going. Look at this. He's in for 6.
He's in for a
unbelievable
touchdown.
Run by Javon Moss. Incredible play. Incredible.
What I like about these plays is when you get the help from your offensive lineman and you're churning, and then they just jump on your back and help push you across the line. Big score for the Bulls. Let's just watch this. Just looking for a hole, and they're hanging on him. Look at this. And then he just keep pushing those legs. That's what they teach you. And he's in the end zone.
No lineman assistance either, which is out, you know.
Yes.
And he just was driving those legs.
Yes, and that's textbook. He didn't need their help.
Wow, what a run. Can we get a look at that again, guys? That was incredible. Javon Moss gets it up in there. Not much of a gain on the play. Right into the teeth of the defense. I'm going to continue to drive.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, he is carrying them 10 yards.
Look at that.
10 yards.
How about that? Wow.
By himself.
Now, how is that possible? Okay, we've watched these games, and here's what that one's about. 5'8", 154-pound athlete. Here's why we like high school football. Here's why we do what we do, Ken.
That's right.
It is never the size of the dog in the fight. It is the size of the fight in the dog. And Moss with an impressive play.
We can't get the extra point off here. That is why when you look at an NFL roster, you got half of them that were undrafted free agents that just needed a shot. That they can't measure what's in your heart, and we saw a lot of heart there.
Now Owen Tomlinson, the sophomore, to kick this one. Kick is up. And it is good. So now with 4:04 on the clock, the Bulls with a surprising 7-0 lead. Incredible.
Incredible, definitely. It's a great game.
And I'm looking forward, Ken, till we get this break because we're locked in here in the press box in a little area, and it's 130 degrees.
It's getting a little warm up here, yeah, but great game. Man, what a great game. This is a nail-biter, and it's a district game for both the schools. It's Southeast Port Charlotte and these two schools that make up Class 3S District 13.
And, what can you say about the Bulls? Here we are. We're talking about a brand new, brand new school.
They played 25 games.
They're playing with all these sophomores and freshmen out there.
Their first senior class.
They are way undersized. In this matchup. So it just
a lot of 9s and 10s and 11s on that roster.
It's a testimony. Christopher Colton, the head coach, athletic director Sean Trent.
He's an Air Force Academy graduate.
There you go. They've given a lot of teams.
You got to catch the ball.
Bichette down to the 2-yard line. Hesitates. Great play there, and he's going to be tackled by a host of players, and it's inside the 10-yard, right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, maybe inside the 5.
10. Yeah, it's about at the 6, I'd say.
6-yard line. It's a great good coverage there. That's better than kicking it in the end zone. I think he's put one in the end zone so far, but I think Coach will take that every time, making them have to go 90-plus yards.
Hustling down to make the play is Sean Crowley. 157-pound sophomore.
That may be soaking wet, too.
Wow.
They got the big guy back there.
Wow, the game is on tonight. Trier back there. Hands the ball off to Pender. Faked it. No, he did get the ball. And for 9-yard gain on the play, I have to say, Trier sold me on that fake. That was an excellent job. And it goes for a 9-yard gain right at the first down marker.
And what you want to do if you're Parrish community, you don't want to lose your momentum here by letting Braden River get an easy score here. You still play your sound defense.
Trier hands the ball off to Pender, trying to bounce it out. They're trying to strip that ball from him. No gain on the play, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The other thing you got to be very cautious with, this team is so up, this Parrish Bulls team. Mm-hmm. This is one of those times where you're so excited, you're a young player, which obviously they are, that you jump out of your assignment.
Yes, yeah.
You do something crazy.
You got to play the tunnel vision. Do you play assignment football? They're going to try to run it. That's what they do. They've seen the film. They just got to
watch the tight end. Watch the tight end leaking out on the left side of the formation here. This time they run it, and it's going to be tackled back there. 55 makes the play. This is incredible, and that is Amando Satora, 220-pound senior.
I like the play call running to the far side of the field. It looked like Braden River had enough to make it to the first down, but Parrish swarmed him and made the stop. A couple of yards short, so they're going to have to punt it again.
I thought they were going to fake that play, bring the tight end across the formation, leak it out.
That's probably coming.
Yeah,
they're setting that play up. I agree with you. What you got to do here is don't jump off sides.
Good, boy, that is a perfect snap. Wow. Ball goes out at the 40-yard line. We're blocked by the players, but very near the 40-yard line there.
Great field position for Parrish to start this drive, but I like that long snapper from Braden River.
I got to see who that is.
He puts it right on the hip and zips that thing back there.
I got to get his number, and I will talk about that because, I know they've got a freshman long snapper at Braden River that has been snapping for JV, and he's incredible. He's probably the fastest long snapper in the county as a freshman. I don't know if it's the same young man at Schotbacher.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll try to pick that up on the next snap. But the snaps have been great. And this time it's a pretty good field position again.
Their best to start
for the Bulls. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. He's going to keep it.
13's open.
Throws it late.
Oh, he's open.
Down there, he's got him. And making a tackle very late is number 4 there. And coming back to make the play, Torrey Holloman, but not after a big gain. Let's take a peek.
Yeah, number 4 is coming across the field, down the field. He had another receiver in front of him there, but he was set up between the two safety in the corner there and split the difference, made the catch, and inside the red zone, Brian.
Nazir Stamper, the junior, making another catch. 1:30 on the clock. Parrish really wants to get some points here before the half, Ken.
A 2-minute drill. And they...
1st and 10. Hands the ball off. Great hustle, but that's going to be a fantastic tackle out there.
That was a great textbook tackle there.
Number 2 is Connor Casillas. He's having a good game tonight.
Yes, he is. And that's really looks like they're taking a timeout. Probably a good idea, but perfect. The Braden River defense has been so close to making a play like that. They finally come through, which was perfect time in forcing Braden River to burn one of their 3 timeouts, so they can gonna have to take a look at this. 2nd and 15.
.111 on the clock. This is a field here where the fans sometimes get confused.
They're yelling at us. And
they're yelling at us. We're not the public address.
No. If they have a phone,
yes,
and they don't like what we're saying, they just hit the mute button and they can watch the high definition and all the Madden stuff and the instant replay and the
we had an angry mom come in here one year and chew us out, and we are not the public address announcer.
Yes.
You remember that, Ken?
Yes. The PA guy over here, I think he's trying to reach out to her. And we get coaches walk by us, and never know what's happened in press box. There's only one way in and one way out.
It's a lot of fun. Jackson Volz, this time he's got Javon Moss in the backfield with him. They've got a 2nd and 14 here. Fakes it to Javon Moss. Now he looks, throws the ball down there. He's running the post corner. 50-50 ball going up to make a play. It's an incomplete pass.
I think a good call there. Throw it up was a safe. He's an athlete. He can go up there and get it. But for Parrish community, you want to look at getting points here. They're on about the 17-yard line. That's a 34-yard field goal. So coach has got to be thinking about the 3rd and 15. What are we going to do if we have to kick field goal?
Voss. Oh, he throws a little late out there, a little slipper out there late to the left and intended out there for Javon Moss. Incomplete pass. Brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, looked like Marcus Galloway, I think number 11 from Braden River, just broke that blew that play up. So, yeah, they're coming out to try the field goal here, about 34 yards. 58 seconds. Braden River will have plenty of time to get the ball back.
Lane Tomlinson, the holder, and his looks like little brother, the kicker. Great play by Lane Tomlinson. It's a low kick, and it's going to be not good.
Yeah, I think the snap was to the outside of the holder, where instead of where it would be over the ground, it was over to the right, and he had to get it, and that was enough probably to mess the timing up. So he just had no chance. So good for Braden River that they were able to keep them out of the end zone, and that they have a whole minute. Coach Sanders there is going to get his 1 minute drill here with they've got all 3 timeouts. They have all 3 timeouts. So this could be a flip here where it could have been a 10 or 14-0, where Braden River can right here before half knot it up at 7.
Ken, it's right there on our monitor.
Yeah, well, we just look
behind
down.
Us, we used to write down timeouts and all that stuff.
They got it all.
Just take a peek.
Just look at
this
the
time
screen.
They throw it out there late. Oh, that's going to be a big play. And he's got the first down.
And he's out of bounds, too.
Stops the clock with 46 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, he had enough for the first down, which will stop it for a little bit. But since he got out of bounds, unfortunately the Parrish defender missed him early.
And that's Yasha Edwards again, the sophomore out there making plays.
Nice catch.
Trier. Brichette's out there wide to the right. This time he runs a little hook out there and he slips. And that's number 17 out there, and that is Sammy Levita, 5'10", 155.
And because he was unable to get out of bounds, Braden River had to burn their second timeout.
So critical, really, here.
Coach Bradley and Coach Sanders figuring out what to do next.
How about this? You mentioned that coach and staff involved with the Air Force Academy. I remember watching Air Force beat Ohio State years ago in a bowl game, and they were probably undersized, 60 pounds per man. And the toughness of the team tonight that just showed up here tonight. I can't speak about every game that I've seen, but the toughness of this Bulls team tonight is truly impressive.
Yes, it's been quite refreshing.
Trier. 3 receivers out here, and that big Kalchak, the tight end's out there. He's going to be blocking. He gets a great block out there. And it's a first down, and it looks like
he's in bounds.
His knee was down. Good call by the referee.
Yeah, right there on the spot. Yes, great call. So there's still plenty of time, 27.
They stopped it with the changing to the first down marker. Now it will start.
And they're going to burn
a timeout. That was a good timeout there taken by Braden River, so they've got 2 left.
They're down to, now they have 1.
Let's take a peek at that last one, Ken. So Trier looks, fires it out there, gets a little piece of it, did the linebacker.
Watch 6 there make that play. They're fighting off the blocker.
Yeah, he's down.
And he's in bounds.
Yeah, and there was a very wise timeout called.
So they have 1 timeout. You might want to save that for your field goal team if you need it. They're on the 43, so they're going to need another 15 or 20 yards. It's 60 yards right now. So they're on the 50. So they're going to need another probably 20 yards to have a shot at the field goal. 27 seconds, 1 timeout. Clock stops if they get a first down.
Very tight set out here, 2 receivers wide. Now they throw it out to the single receiver out there. This is going to be whether you can make the tackle, and he does.
He does. That's big for Parrish. And they burn their, wow.
What a play, and that was number 17, Sammy Levita out there. We'll pick it up on this replay, but this is one, if you miss the tackle, it goes for 6.
Yes, and we saw one earlier, and that's what they're hoping for. You just get it out there to your athletes, and hopefully that they will just make a play. And great open field tackle there.
Michael Bell.
In bounds.
Michael, what a play.
Making Braden River burn their last time out. So you're going to see a lot of scurrying around here. We're down to 18 seconds. They're going to need, if they're at the 43, they're going to need at least get to the 30. So they're going to have to get up there, maybe spike it, or they may just throw the home run ball and go for the touchdown. We'll just have to watch this and see what unfolds in front of us.
Michael is a big cover corner. Michael's over there out there. Michael Bell, over 200 pounds out there in cover corner. That's why he's able to make that tackle. This time he's swinging out there. First down. Got a lane.
What they wanted.
Cuts to the inside, and he's tackled at the 12-yard line. Clock's down to 8 seconds.
Now
7.
They've got to spike it. They may run out of time.
Clock's at 7.
They stopped it.
1 timeout remaining. So you got to run one play here.
No, they don't have any.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they used their last one on that play. So they got to spike it here.
That's the possession dot. He spikes it, so now we're down to 3 seconds.
So they're down to about, they got the play they wanted, which is exactly what you said. Get it out get it out there and let them make a play. Got to the 10-yard line, so a 27-yard field goal to cut this game to 7-3 going into halftime possibly, Brian. What a great game.
Wow. Wow.
What a battle tonight.
So this is going to be a big kick here. Number 25 is Bruno Roos is going to go back there to kick this one. Let's look at this.
Kicking from the left hash mark. Probably would prefer the other side.
Beautiful snap. Good gracious.
Oh, he missed it.
And it's good.
Got it just on the inside of the left upright.
And I apologize. Maybe we'll pick it up on the replay here, but that snap was perfect. That was a laces out, perfect snap here in high school football. Let's check it out. Look at that. Well, you know what? The laces were facing in, and it's just perfect. But, man, what a crisp snap, and now Braden River in the game. And that takes us to halftime here with the surprising Parrish Community
It's
Bulls.
surprising, but for Braden River, that's a good wake-up call at the end here, just to get down the field and get some points. Use that 2-minute drill. Use your timeouts. Great game going into halftime, and we got a nail-biter here. It's a long way from being over.
So we're going to have 17 minutes for the halftime break. We'll go to break.
Hello, this is Mike McDonald with Conley Buick GMC. The best thing about today is I don't have to apologize for not having any inventory. We have GMC Sierras. We have GMC Yukons. We have GMC Acadias. We have a great selection of GMC Terrains. Also, we have a great selection of Buick. I know you guys have all struggled with going to dealerships, looking on their lot for a brand new vehicle, and you find absolutely nothing. Look no further. Come to Conley Buick GMC, where you too will be treated like family.
For nearly 10 years, the Conley family, in association with the Callahan family, has been proud to support Moffitt Cancer Center, Florida's top choice for beating cancer. With their research and expertise, Moffitt has provided the best possible outcomes for their patients in the battle against cancer. This year, the Conleys and the Callahans recently donated $43,000 to Moffitt Cancer Center, bringing our total donations to nearly $1 million. At Conley, we care about our customers, we care about our community.
Hey, we'll get you back to the game of the week in 1 second, but first I want to introduce myself. I'm Seth Varnador. I'm a former high school and college football coach, and now I cover football on a local level. I talk with a local coach each week, look at local players and the best performances from around the area, look at guys playing at the college level, and finish up each week talking about the state's college football teams. If you love football, you'll love Next Level. Check us out Wednesday at 7 on VSN Suncoast.
Come to Conley Buick GMC. We have more inventory than any dealer in the state of Florida.
Así es, Mike. El inventario más grande en el estado de Florida.
This August, we want you to remember to keep children safe as we return to school. Always stop school buses and obey signals for blocking cars. Remain alert and do not use a cell phone in school zone. And remember, car seats and triangle restraints only work if they're used correctly every time. Have your pipe. Get your birthday on the roadway.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
When I drop my kids off,
Sharing the road is everyone's responsibility. Riders, wear protective gear, make yourself visible, and follow traffic laws. Drivers, look twice for motorcycles. Use caution when changing lanes. Motorcycles may be hard to see. And maintain 4 seconds of following distance. Motorcycles can slow down without activating a brake light. Find out more ways to stay safe. Share the road, Florida, and arrive alive.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. Always connected, but somehow alone. Trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis. Always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
We are very good at what we do. What we love most is when our customers come in with an idea, whether it be a vehicle wrap, trade show display, wall mural, floor graphic, doesn't matter what it is, and we get to run with it and make it happen. One of the most exciting products that we have to offer are our vehicle wraps because we're so good at them. It's in our name. From design to installation, you're not going to find a better vehicle wrap. We treat every vehicle as its own canvas to create a design to maximize exposure for our customers. When they see it for the first time, we can tell we just nailed it. Bam! Your new vehicle wrap is going to show your customers who you are, what you do, and how to get in touch with you. We have the best installers in town, and because we're a 3M certified installation company, we use 3M products on all of our vehicle wraps, and we guarantee our installs from start to finish. So our customers walk away knowing they're getting the best service, the best products, the best material, the best installs, the best of everything. We know what we're talking about.
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely, it gives me a lot of personal satisfaction to have done this for the community. I would encourage anybody who is like me, retired, to look into this and consider, because it really has worked for me.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
Hello, this is Mike McDonald with Conley Buick GMC. The best thing about today is I don't have to apologize for not having any inventory. We have GMC Sierras, we have GMC Yukons, we have GMC Acadias. We have a great selection of GMC Terrains. Also, we have a great selection of Buick. I know you guys have all struggled with going to dealerships, looking on their lot for a brand new vehicle, and you find absolutely nothing. Look no further. Come to Conley Buick GMC, where you too will be treated like family.
For nearly 10 years, the Conley family, in association with the Callahan family, has been proud to support Moffitt Cancer Center, Florida's top choice for beating cancer. With their research and expertise, Moffitt has provided the best possible outcomes for their patients in the battle against cancer. This year, the Conleys and the Callahans recently donated $43,000 to Moffitt Cancer Center, bringing our total donations to nearly $1 million. At Conley, we care about our customers, we care about our community.
Hey, we'll get you back to the game of the week in 1 second, but first I want to introduce myself. I'm Seth Varnador. I'm a former high school and college football coach, and now I cover football on a local level. I talk with a local coach each week, look at local players and the best performances from around the area, look at guys playing at the college level, and finish up each week talking about the state's college football teams. If you love football, you'll love Next Level. Check us out Wednesday at 7 on VSN Suncoast.
When I drop
back to this Varsity Sports Network, halftime is just wrapped up here on this beautiful sun coast of Florida. Incredibly balmy night. The surprise is in the air. We are here at Braden River, a dominating team over the decades, just a great brand of football they play, but the upsurgent Parrish Bulls, packed house,
playing the game of their lives,
playing with their hair on fire. They're outsized, they're outgunned, but they are not outmanned because they are playing some grown man football here, and they have a 7-0 lead over the Pirates.
And this was a team that last week was undefeated, played their first district game and got blown away by a winless, well, not blown away, 14-9 by a winless Southeast team. So maybe it was the best thing that happened to them. They needed that loss, and they have come in here. They needed to play a perfect game. They're right on schedule. They needed to score points in the red zone because against Southeast they weren't able to do that, and they got the touchdown and they have the lead. And they needed to slow down the running game, which they have kept it intact. And with a little help from Braden River with some penalties, that's why we're 7-3.
Big turnover there on a strip. The big Braden River running back had already picked up the first down. They are flying around, are these Parrish Bulls tonight. A super game to watch. You know, I talked to some people on this side of the river early this morning over some coffee, and they say this thing's going to be a 40-point game. You guys are going to be sitting in there, not much of a game, running clock.
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong. It has been a heck of a football game here.
That's why you line up and play it on Friday night, and you throw all the stats away. Yeah, they're good help, but this is what it's all about. And you know, Braden River's in a must-win if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. They're coming in, they're ranked 10th in the region, so they need a good quality win tonight. And with Braden River being 7, you know, if they're able to survive this, you know, that will put them in real good shape. Braden River has rescheduled their game with Port Charlotte for next Friday night right here at Pirate Stadium, and then in 2 weeks. Parrish Community will be hosting Port Charlotte, so we got to see how all that plays out for the district. And Southeast has a win too, so and knocking off Parrish. So A lot of things are going to be happening here in the next week or two to determine who the District 13 winner and possible runner-up are going to qualify for the state playoffs.
Ken, you mentioned that game, Braden River and Port Charlotte, and we looked at that Port Charlotte game.
Yes.
And when you have a very creative offense here in a system where you fool them and do these things, if you can sit back there and you can play zone and you can get there with 3, the matchup there would be incredible, because I don't know if it was just a peak performance game, but the game that Port Charlotte played against Manatee was incredible defensive effort. And they, in a high school football game, I have not seen a team with a 3-4, formation or just rushing 3.
Yes.
3 were beating 5 all night long.
Yes.
Across there. And you can drop back against creative teams, the teams that have all the schemes, like a Mississippi State type team. And if you can play that zone and get coverage like that and you can rush 3, that would be a tremendously entertaining matchup here.
Yeah, I think so. And you got to remember, Port Charlotte did it against an undefeated Manatee team and knocked them from the unbeaten and did it handily. So, yeah, one of these teams who survives, or maybe even Southeast, when these games come up, they're going to be great chess matches to unfold right in front of us. So a great brand of football that is known in the 941 area code that we cover, Brian.
It was fun here during the first half. We cooled down a little bit. We started off in here. It was a balmy, it was very nice. It was below 70 degrees. We walked in here. And by the time we left at halftime, it was over 110 degrees.
Now, they've got an AC that's right up over your head. You're probably catching a little bit of cool air, but it said 61. It might be 81, but it's better than 101.
It's very comfortable up here now. Feeling great. Now to kick this one off is number 25, and that is Bruno Roos. And he hits a low driving kick. And it's going to be, wow, it just
barely
hit inside the goal line and checked up to the 4. That could have been a disaster, Ken.
Yeah, the players back there knew what was going on. They're a little bit closer to it than we are.
This may be overkill, but if we can get a look at that, if you can see the ball, how close it was to the goal line there, it almost was before the goal line and a live ball there. It just checked right up. So it was just, but it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, and this will be perhaps a key drive to set the tone for an exciting second half between these two teams.
Jackson Vols out there, the 5'11", 160-pound junior quarterback. And in the backfield with him is Javon Moss, who had a highlight run in the first half and late in the second quarter, dragging defenders about 17 yards. There's Moss again, cuts it to the middle, spins out, ball's on the ground, and it is still going. Braden River recovery. So
there's a huge turnover, and like I said, this first drive might set the tone for the game, and falling in Braden River's favor. Let's see if we can see that again, pick up what happened.
Javon Moore, number 15.
He was doing a jet sweep, and then he cut up the middle, and then somebody just grabbed him, and it was a legitimate fumble, and 3 or 4 Braden River guys trying to grab that thing, and then finally one of them was able to get it. So big play.
Just the break that you're looking for.
Braden River getting that field goal, getting a little momentum coming into halftime. We'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Sanders is making here with his offense.
Nick Trier flips the option out there, just a pitch out there. And then Pender runs along to the 20-yard line. So it's a gain of about, 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, even though he was running to the short side of the field, he had to run 50 yards to get those few yards, 5 or 6 there. Yeah, it's just a sprint to the out of bounds. It's not really much of an option.
11:42 on the clock. Nick Trier Hands the ball off the big back again, driving forward, first down. So it looks like Braden River gets a fumble, forces a fumble, and they're back to let's pound the rock, and that's one of our keys of the game. So they're going to pound the rock and play some ball control football here.
Just play their ball control. Great push by the offensive line there on that play to get a nice gain. Move the chains inside the red zone.
Love this look. Now you've got the big tight end wide receiver, Cravante Kuntz. He's a good blocker out there, so you may be looking at some kind of bubble screen. They throw a little inside handoff. A nice gain on the play of about 5 yards, 6, 7.
But if they're getting
yards.
5, 6, 7 yards, they're just going to delay that tight end. I know it's coming. You know it's coming. It's just a matter of when. It's going to catch us all by surprise here.
And they're setting these up in a sequential play calling. So you got, Kuntz, the big tight end out there, as a slot receiver. He's a great blocker. And then this is Burchett running, and he's dancing his way into the end zone. So now, very quickly, Braden River is right back into the game here. And it's the Pirates 9 and the Bulls 7, and we've got an extra point to come.
Yeah, you would have thought as he nice cut there, just running straight in. Couple of little east-west moves for the really easy score, but here we are 26 and a half minutes into the game, and Braden River has their first lead.
Oh, low snap. Great job by the holder. Not on my roster. The kick is up, and it is good. So now with 10:32 on the clock, the Pirates lead this one 10-7. What a change in momentum, Ken.
Oh, yeah, just like that. The one play, and we talked about Parrish needing to play a perfect game. They have just laid that ball, laid it down right when they didn't need to. Fortunately, there's still a lot of football here left to play, and let's see what they can do. Great crowd here tonight, and you know what I like about half times? We're talking about all the Manatee County School District alumni on our crew, but when you hear all the plans of the seniors that they call out that they're going to Florida or Florida State and they're going to study chemistry, it's really impressive. Every time you get to go homecoming, you really get to see what these kids are setting themselves up for.
And Rich Robick came up here. He's run cameras for us, and he was here at Southeast State Championship years.
Yes.
He and I were talking at halftime. He ran down and got me a Gatorade. So it's great to be home here, homecoming weekend. Great kick.
That one made the end zone pretty easy.
And we're talking about the greatness of Manatee County, and Bruno Roos just looked like he got angry. You guys aren't watching my skills here, and just pounded one through the end zone. Great kick.
Making him a nice highlight tape for his huddle account.
Touchbacks.
Coach Sanders talking with his quarterback with a 10-7 lead.
Jackson balls. Has Moss in the backfield with him. Moss is a good player. Just trying to make a little bit too much happen on that last carry. Would have had a 7-yard run, but forgot the ball. This time he's going to be stopped. No gain. Still drives, but that's going to be a loss on the play of about a yard, I believe. Let's see how they spot that one, Ken. They're going to say that was right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And that's the best thing to do with a back, especially your workhorse. He coughs the ball up, and just like you said, trying to make a little something, and but just give him the ball back again. Let him get that confidence back.
Voss in the backfield. Has Moss back in there with him. One receiver on both sides of the formation. This time he throws a little hitch out there. Very solid tackle. Goes for a nice gain on the play. But let's get a number out there on the tackle. Number 11. Great spot by the camera crew. Marcus Galloway. Because we've got a little bit of the heat that we had in here where the windows are a little fogged. And so at home you've got a great shot of the action.
3rd and 4. They're throwing stuff up, and maybe we can catch something, Ryan.
Got press coverage over there on the boundary. Very aggressive defense by the Pirates. He throws it over against that press coverage. Great job over there. So what you saw there is the defender out there, and that's number 11, Marcus Galloway. Now let's look at that last previous play and see if there's a ball that was dropped. He's got it there.
Making an athletic move. Oh, it came out. It came out in bounds, but I think they called him down.
And then it would have been out of bounds there as he picked up when he was out of bounds.
That's right. So
great look. Great look, guys.
Great camera work.
I clearly could see that live, Ken. Now this kick is away, and nice roll. And it's going to be down there. Hustling down is number 11, and that is Holton Graham. Having a nice game tonight. Was Holton the long snapper, Ken? We've been unable to pick it up, but if he is the long snapper, he's been doing an excellent job, number 11. We'll see if we can pick that up at the next punt. Extra point. 8:54 on the clock. The Pirates hanging on to a 3-point lead here at their home field on homecoming night.
In a big Class 3S District 13 matchup.
This is a big one. Big game, yeah. 3S 13.
There are a lot of people here, both sides.
Boy, that is a nice blocking tie down over here with Kuntz. And he ran a slant, so they faked the bubble screen and had a slant there. And they went with the run on the RPO run pass option. You see the first option, and you could see the other two progressions.
Setting something up.
Mm-hmm. Trayvon Pender's way back deep. He's 7 yards deep in the backfield. He takes it out of the pistol depth. And he faked it. Now he rolls to his right. The tight end was covered there. And Trayer still has it. And a great run, first down.
Yeah, Kuntz was his primary receiver. He was staring him down, but just was not open that time. So he tucked it up, and great ball running there, let's gutting that thing out. Yeah, let's look at this again.
And the defensive coverage on Kalchek, he was just running the route with the big tight end, and so Trier wisely tucks it away.
2, 3, 4.
32 came in there and John Keene tried to strip the ball. He's already got a fumble recovery tonight, well, one of the Keene brothers does, trying to force another one there, and allows Trier to go for an additional yard or two. 1st and 10. Pirates moving, looking left. Now he's throwing the long ball. He's got the big post route out there, incomplete pass. So he flies, number 17, Sammy Levita.
Levita was open, running cross route, slant, deep slant down the field, and just let him a little bit too much, trying to spread out this defense a little bit so they can get back to their running game possibly.
So much time. If he has a little pressure, maybe he throws the ball early there, because he had beaten the defender, as you said,
yes.
Kenny. He was there for the post route. This time bubble screen. Good block out there. Then a great play. Incredible play by number 15. And coming up there is James Williams, the 165-pound senior. Wow, what a play.
Well, he hits like he's 185 there. My goodness.
I thought that play was going to go for something.
Watch him just jump right there.
Wow. I looked at the block on the
Good
boundary.
open field tackle, yes.
And just wasn't able to get there because
he just jumped right into the screen there.
Wow, brings up a 3rd and long here. Amazing play by these Bulls tonight. Trier looks to his right. Boy, he's being under chase. Got a whole bunch of them. He's going to throw that one out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, great pursuit there by number 76. Troy Robertson, the 244-pound senior, one of the few seniors on this team, probably been in the program since day one, and forced Trier to just throw that thing away. Yeah, he's coming off a little frustrated and wanted to get that first down. But Parrish holds. They get the ball back, and it's still just 10-7, Brian.
Wow. Benny Hedgepeth, we saw him last year. He's a tight end, slot back, long snapper, 6'3", 200, fire, beautiful snap, bang. And a good kick. And it hits Hedgepeth there.
15-yard line or so.
Yep, so that's going to be down right there. But hustling down, I like to see that long snapper take off and get down the field. Great snap, though. That one, Ken, you know, I'm talking like I know something. You're a punter. That was a good snap.
Oh, yeah. That was Rich Robich could come in here and he'd give it a 10, too. Yeah, I mean, it was just right there on his hip. And then go down there and cover it. Like I've said before in other broadcasts, you can play a long time being a long snapper.
You know, one of our great Palmetto High graduates that's done a ton of broadcasts with us, Tom Porter, was a long snapper, and he tells stories. And I'm thinking of him tonight doing the Manatee County thing because he's been with us years.
His son's with the Parrish program.
With Parrish,
yes.
And he's doing the public address now for the home games over there. So no longer part of the crew. But Tom would tell you how he could punt it through with the punter standing on the end zone. He snapped one through the uprights. That's his claim to fame. Another product of the Manatee County. Voss looks, this Jackson Voss has been really nice in this game.
Yes, just very good field manager.
Very calm. Throws a nice pass out there. Nice completion. Easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, the real conservative game plan here. They're just running very safe plays, and times when athletes have made plays, that's the time they scored, and they're just gonna they're playing. We were saying earlier, Braden River needed to play their football brand. This is what Parrish needs to do: play their brand of football.
Nice catch by Commistra Young over there. 1st and 10. Ball in 24. Balls looks. I like the slot receiver over here. He's got one wide on each side.
Yep.
Now creeping inside. Fakes the jet sweep and does a little counter tray inside. So that's an interesting play call. Nobody fooled there. A good play by the defenders for Braden River.
But it netted them a couple of yards, which has been about what they've been able to accomplish tonight. We got a player down, number 28 for Braden River. Maybe just a cramp. He's up, that's good.
That's one of those that's not on the roster.
Yeah.
So 5:32 on the clock. The Pirates have a 10-7 lead. For those of you tuning in late, you're going to be shocked to see that the Bulls are right in this game. Stamper in motion. See if they flip it. That's a big cushion over there. And they hand the ball off the inside, running hard, running low. It's Moss driving forward and very close to the mark. Going to be just a tad short. So bring up a 3rd and about 1 yard.
Just short and steady. Moss averaging 129 yards a game with 11 touchdowns coming in tonight. Just slow and steady with a nice gain there. And really opened the playbook here. Oh, what a great shot there.
That is the cutest shot of the kid. He's messing around with the boom cam that we have here tonight. Oh, now this one, he's going to have to grind. It's going to be tight, and he does. That's 1st down. Man, 2nd effort by Javon Moss.
And again, keeping a very conservative game plan tonight. 3rd and 1, you can do a lot of stuff, but just sticking to going with your 154-pound
don't you love that
athlete there, running up the middle, carrying the defenders.
Let's carry a couple of those 230-pounders around. That's what I want to do tonight, and he's done an amazing job.
Very durable back.
4:02 on the clock. 2 receivers out on the right side of the formation. 1 single receiver out here to the left. That's an interesting play call. So that's going to bring up a really neutral gain on that one. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Was it a breakdown?
Looked like they were trying to do that counter action. He wasn't able to hand the ball to the second back on that little trap action, so he kept it himself. It almost looked like a 3rd option. But I don't think it was.
No, it just ended up being that way.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Something you might be there later. If you could do all that in play action and throw the ball to a tight end or something out of those, that many shifts, that would be pretty cool. Oh, this time, nice throw. Oh, yeah, he missed the tackle. Great play. The mouthpiece goes flying out there about 7 yards, but not after a great catch and a 1st down there, and that is number 19, Kutstremley Young again. Let's look at it.
So I thought that was the football flying out of there, the way that mouthpiece jumped out. So we can get a good look at that thing going right there. Oh, yeah.
You know, we're going to be replaced by the robots at McDonald's now because, you know, as I'm calling for the look, it's already coming in. That's how good these guys are. Right on time. Long throw by Voss. Really big arm. Got a man. Catches the ball.
And a flag.
And it's a flag. And that's going to be an interference call, I believe. I didn't see an offensive interference there, but that is number 19. And we have seen him continue to do great things, and that's Young. Really from the 2nd quarter and on here tonight, he's really turning it on.
Yeah, they're going to take the play, obviously. 1st down. Threw that thing all the way across the field, Brian. Hung up there for a while, but what I liked about Young was he stayed focused on it as we watch this here.
Watch this.
Throws that thing all the way across the field. He's the one that stays with it and still manages to catch it while being hit.
That tackle by Torrey Holloman could be the play of the game.
Yes.
It's the thing unrolls.
If they only get 3 points out of this or nothing, that could be the play of the game.
You get a fumble here or eventually a block kick or something like that. That could be the play of the game by Holloman on the tackle. Boy, that's a nice play.
Oh.
Woo, look at the speed.
Nice
He's at the 5, down to the 3-yard line. You know, Stamper again, he continues to impress.
What I liked about that one was
let's have a replay there.
Yeah, it's coming here. He looks like he's going to go to the inside, but he goes outside.
That was amazing.
And completely faked out the defender and got a nice gain out of that. 2nd and 1 on the 4, knocking on the door, Brian.
2nd and 1. Oh, this time driving forward again, lunging toward the end zone.
They got their hands up, they're lobbying.
It looks like it's going to be just short. You know, the Moss, teammates there thought that Moss had crossed.
But they got the 1st down, so they have 4 downs to get, 6 inches at tops here?
So, high school football here. We see so many situations. Check it out. Voss is going
look at this shot, Brian.
He's going behind the line of scrimmage.
Look at this shot here from the sideline.
Oh, and it's a bad snap, and he's down there, so it's a loss of 1 on the play.
That's why this is a good thing for Parrish. They're on the, the 6-inch line, so if something bad happens, they're still on the 6-inch line. It's worse on the 1.
And this is a chance, an opportunity when you're Braden River over there, when they're inside of a yard, go ahead and jump off sides.
Yes.
It's half the distance of the goal.
It's 3 inches.
Yeah, who cares, right?
And this is critical for Parrish because last week, again, they struggled in the red zone against Southeast.
Moss Just give it to him. They fake it to him.
Oh, no,
Again,
busted
be
play.
sacked.
Busted play. 66 there.
No.
Not on the roster.
Let's have a replay.
Let's see if we can pick him up. I think he comes right through this gap. Yep, there he is. Making that, he just jumped the gap and destroyed that play. So you go from 6-inch line first down, now you're at 3rd and 5, and it's a little bit of different situation here. But you got a little bit more field to work with, Brian.
3rd and 5. Falls, looks. Stamper in motion. Fakes the
open.
inside. Got a wide open receiver. Goes up and climbs the ladder in for 6. Wow, what a play. Number 8, Lane Tomlinson. 6'1", 170-pound athlete, junior, with a catch. How about that?
Climbing the ladder was a perfect call on that. He just went up there and got it. Did a down and out and slipped through the coverage and was there. You can see him right there.
Watch him dot those toes, too.
Watch him get up there. Oh, nice hang time there.
Dots them both. Give me a Sunday catch out here on the home turf. Tomlinson with a hold. Tomlinson with a kick, but it's a low driving kick, and it's good. You know what? When it's on, it's on.
It's on, and you know, they shouldn't have painted the goalpost.
That was a...
It got over. If they would have painted the goalpost, it might not have gotten over. That's what I meant on that. But, yeah, when things are going good, they're going good. Goodness, that was an ugly kick, but in the box score, it's going to say, you know, it was 1 point, but... my goodness, Parrish response. It's still a ball game here. Let's see what Braden River's going to do now.
I don't know. We're not going to get a look on that catch there in the back corner of the end zone, but that was just an incredible. He could have thrown it earlier.
Yes.
You know, but what he did is, you know, if you're in ultimate tight coverage, the throw was so perfect. You know, it was scary. He didn't have, if he throws it a little bit earlier, it's a touchdown. You saw it as he made his break. You could see he was open, Ken. And then for him to dot those feet, here's another look at that, Ken.
He could have thrown it, a couple of yards before.
Yeah, but that's the perfect location. That would have worked on any defense. You're throwing it on the outside on a fade route in the back of the corner. Great look.
And Thomason with the celebration there. 14-10 Parrish. We'll see what Coach Bradley can come up with here.
Tomlinson with a very, very, very low kick drive, and Brichette takes it, tries to break a tackle. Big hit. Number 10 again. And that's Jerome Turner.
And again, great special teams coverage by the Bulls. The first time they had it, they got him inside the 10, and he looks like he might be a little gimpy there. These kids shake these things off. That time, 15-yard line. I mean, if you can keep him inside the 30 when you're not kicking it into the end zone, that's a great thing. But superb coverage. He does not look good. It's a little shaken up there. That could play into the game, too. He's their feature back. But, they have others.
Little four-man front here for Parrish Bulls. Big Pender running the ball, trying to break a tackle. And he's tackled there after about a 4-yard gain on the play. And that is the end of the third quarter. For those of you turning in late, the Parrish Community Bulls 14, the Braden River Pirates 10, here at Pirate Stadium at Braden River.
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely, it gives me a lot of personal satisfaction to have done this for the community. I would encourage anybody who is like me, retired, to look into this and consider, because it really has worked for me.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
In sports, we wear all types of equipment to protect ourselves from injury. One of the most important, yet neglected parts of the body are the ankles.
Research shows that more than 30% of all sports injuries are ankle-related. Preventing an injury is key in any sport and applies to any job where you're on your feet all day as well.
Prevent Sprain socks were scientifically designed and engineered for support, stability, and performance.
Stay active with PreventSprainSocks.com.
When I drop my kids off,
Junior back here with Varsity Sports Network. We are at Braden River Pirate Field, and the surprising Parrish Bulls with a lead here and the opening of the fourth quarter.
Braden River with a rush on the left side, getting a short gain. It's going to make it a 3rd and 4. So defense. This is a big play here for the Pirates, down by 4 in the fourth quarter. You would think at some point that maybe Braden River might wear them down because they're just bigger.
However, that depth we talk about, you know,
Yes.
looking at the Parrish community
the
roster,
3-page roster.
there's 1,000 of them out there. They're like army ants.
With multiple numbers and
they're small.
they got 9s and 10s and 11s all by them, and 120, 140, but they're tough.
Oh, they're tough, and they're coming at you, and they're playing with pride, and they're playing for.
And there's their fans across the field. This is only their second ever real district game, with a senior class, so they don't have a tradition. They're all being learned. But they're definitely fired up tonight.
And at this point in the game, 11-17 on the clock. It is a 3rd and a very long 4 for Braden River. They haven't really utilized the tight end.
I was getting ready to
in this game.
It's time, yes.
And,
we could spot him.
I know a lot of fans over at Palmetto, including us.
All on 3rd down, dreading it.
A lot of plays. So look over there at Kalchek over there on the left side of the formation, the tight end. 2 things he can do. He can run a seam route, or he can do that little drag route with the quarterback running over to his left. They're really efficient at that offensive set. Now they have 2 backs.
They got him closer.
Got the big, huge wide receiver / tight end out here. This time he throws it out there. Really nice catch, making the smart play, number 19, and that is A.J. Causey going down there. Let's look at that one.
Yeah, so they bunched him up a little closer. So you send the outside guy down the field, and you run the inside guy on an out route. So you run to the chains and catch it, fall down, and make sure you get past the chains.
Smart play. Go down and catch the ball. A lot of guys try to run through, incomplete pass. So big catch there by A.J. Causey. Trier hands it off to Pender. Bounces it outside, back to the middle of the field. Shakes off a tackle or 2, 12-yard gain on the play, 13-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, he might have been hit by every person on the Parrish defense on that play. That's what you get for moving your legs, coming from the sideline here. 1, 2, 3, spin again, which results in a first down. Slow and steady, that's what this power game offense.
Ball's on the ground. Pender picks it up, takes a big hit. It's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play.
Dodged a bullet there.
Wow.
Could have been a disaster for Braden River. They say misexchanged the snap, but the best thing is they got it back, but the poor thing is they're behind the chains now. Yeah, it just blew up on the exchange, but...
What is Holden Graham? 5'8", 170. Saw a junior back there in the backfield. What is he doing around here? This is the Bulls. We have more cows here in the state of Florida. We got the Bulls here, low snap, and there's a timeout called. Great timeout by the coaching staff for Braden River. But tonight, the Bulls are mimicking. We got a lot of ponds, a lot of fishing out. It's the Parrish piranhas out here. I know they're the Bulls, but They are so aggressive tonight, Ken.
Yes, just an excellent game plan. Both sides of the ball. Offense being very conservative. Defense just being very stout and slowing down the running game. That was one of the things we talked about, what they needed to do. They've been bending but not breaking, and Braden River has helped them early, but they've really held their own. And hats off to them. Now, probably a good time to take a timeout there. As we saw Coach Bradley being behind the chains and being the way this game is, this is every drive here is critical.
2nd and 14, 9:43 on the clock. Trier fakes it to Penner. Now he throws it out there, wide open receiver. Takes it to the outside, and he goes for a gain, and now he's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down. Really nice play.
Yeah, they were bunched up over there on the left side. Two guys went down the field. Left number 17 wide open as the defenders went away with the two backs. As you watch him throw it across the field, there's nobody there with him there. You gotta make your calls there, split second. How you're going to defend those things.
Brings up a 3rd and 5. 8:58 on the clock. Trier's running the option out here. He pitches it out there wide to Pender. Steps up.
He's close, but
very close, but it's short. So that's going to bring up a 4th and short. So it's your Braden River. First thing you do, you're going to not line up in a punting formation. You're going to come up. You're going to try to draw them off the sides first. And then I expect the big back Pender just to rumble the ball between the tackles, Ken.
Yeah, that would be that's exactly what I would do. Yeah, you're in 2-down territory. You're sitting there on the 49-yard line, right smack in front of us here. Don't even need to really run a play here.
They are great at drawing the opposition off sides. Let's see what Braden River does here. Trier in the backfield. There it is. Pender got it. He's got the first down. Breaking it. He's got the gash. He is going to go for 6. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, and he's in for the touchdown.
And when it's 4th and 1, sometimes you're so worried about not letting them get the first down. If they can get through a hole, there's nobody there, and that's exactly what happened. And he hit pay dirt, and 15 seconds later, he's in the end zone as Braden River has taken the lead.
There was a late substitution. They lost a little gap integrity in there, and that was it, off the races.
Yes. Look at that form there, sprinter form there.
Trayon Pender. Now the kick is up, and it is good. So now the Pirates have reestablished the lead here, 17, and the Parrish Bulls 14, but there's a ton of time. 8 minutes and 2 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, can the Bulls muster up another drive down the field? You know, they've been twice with their conservative offense. Maybe they'll change it up here, but still a lot of time on the clock. We'll just have to wait and see, Brian.
Man, and a very, very, very vocal crowd here at Braden River.
Homecoming crowd. They'd like alumni would like to walk away with a big district win tonight. They're used to their football team being in the playoffs 9 years in a row. That's quite an accomplishment for this program.
And they feel it here as a crowd. It's a homecoming game here. However, you know,
they support community support out here. They got a nice band. Just great support from one end to the other.
Now they drive and kick this one off. It's going to be fielded there. It's going to be an offsides on the kickoff team. So they're going to back that one up.
Yeah, back that one up.
One thing I heard, too, before the game, the Braden River public address announcer was announcing that they were going to be trying to raise some funds tonight for Port Charlotte.
Yeah, the program.
That's awesome.
Now,
this is a team.
That's a team in their district.
In their district.
It's going to have to come down to Port Charlotte and one of these two teams, probably, maybe Southeast still, but You might want to support Punta Gorda.
Yeah, that's
or Charlotte.
I mean, but that's
the other school's not in your district, but I like that.
I like when there's in question, when in doubt, do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
And
exactly.
here's that Port Charlotte team we saw have a dominant game.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to come into this here on Friday night, and Braden River.
And in Parrish, 2 weeks they will be in town again.
But Braden River raising funds for them. That's another great kick. And that's Bruno Roos again. He's doing that kick. And I don't expect our guys to pick this one up. It's where the ball turns sideways and it flies like a frisbee. You've seen that kick?
Yeah, like a top.
It looks
a spinning top. That's
right. The nose of the ball. The college guys do it. I see it coming at me from my seats, but I will be seeing that tomorrow.
Tomorrow night against LSU.
That's right. And it comes at you at eye level, and it's the ball is vertical and or horizontal, and it comes right at you, and it continues to carry like a frisbee.
Yes,
he's got that down. I've seen two.
And
he
did
kicks.
that from the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and match the ball. When you get it right, it really continues to carry. And there's a nice catch down there. Smart play. Catches the ball for a 5-yard gain. What you and perhaps I would have called just a little hitch route there.
Yes, and we've seen this all night. Very conservative offensive playing call tonight. Open for a missed tackle, but a positive gain to make it second and manageable to open up the playbook.
2nd and 5. Ball is on the 25-yard line. Vols, low snap. He gets the ball, clean exchange, and it's going to be a great tackle. Now that is a fine tackle by number 3 there, Aiden Dangler. Crazy.
Yeah, he just jumped there, and these big guys, 6'2", 210 linebacker, and made a nice, great form tackle to
I'm telling you, the McDonald's robots back there in the truck are going to have our job here soon.
They are, yes. Yes, they'll do it from a joystick.
6:52 on the clock. Ball steps up.
He's got room.
He's got running room. He's got the first down. And there's an injured player. We had a little friendly fire here between the two Braden River players. You'll pick that up on the replay, I'm sure.
Yeah, they got up. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Number 11 there. And that was Marcus Galloway.
Third, and he's having to pass, but nothing open, and made a nice cut there. Great athletic move.
Boom.
Again, he's their second leading rusher, but hasn't rushed for about 70 yards all year. Timely run there to move the chains, and it may come down tonight who has the ball last.
What a fun game.
What a fun game.
I was looking at the coaching staff here. There's Christopher Colton, Travis Beatty, Chris Clarkin, Nicholas Lee, Kyle Minion, Frank Post, Sean Shipley, Ed Vols. So Vols, that's got to be his sons, relatives.
Yes. Vols was a former head coach at Riverview High School and hired an offensive line coach by the name of Dave Marino back in the day. And then from there, the rest is history.
How about that?
That was 15, 20 years ago, probably.
So Vols, the Vols guys are having a great game out there. Quarterback very composed out there. Braden River really trying to find that light switch and turning it on. They have a bit of a homecoming hangover. This time, he's got balls in the backfield. That's a great play back there.
First sack of the night for Braden River defense, and what a timely time to get one, to put them way behind the chains here.
So watch Miles Holman come in here.
Number 99, just look at just destroyed the lineman there.
Nice.
And, under the ball.
Did that great, got under the shoulder pads, not into the face mask, and that's a great play by the DN.
That's one you want on your huddle account.
Yes. There's that little hitch again, and it goes for a nice gain on the play. That's going to bring up a manageable third down. It's going to be about 3rd and 8 on the play, 5:54 on the clock.
So when you have a 2nd and 16, this is a great play to run. It's been great all night. Just a little short out, and to get half of it back, and then live for another down here. And at some point, we might be a 2-down territory. They're taking their time here. And as long as you're moving the ball, that's a good thing.
Javon Moss is back there riding left sidecar to the quarterback, Jackson Vols. This time he fakes it to him. He rolls out there. Nice play.
Oh, he had him.
Incomplete.
Ouch.
19. Wow. A drop. That brings up a punting situation. That was a beautiful play call.
Yeah, nobody was out wide. They were all in, and when they ran their routes, he ran past the line by a good 2 or 3 yards, and
wow.
And I don't know if it was a little behind him, but he just missed it.
I think it's right on between the numbers. Let's take a look at that. So here's your fake.
Oh, this was the play before.
That
he caught, got the 8 yards.
And then with sequential play calling the next play, perfect call, perfect timing. Now I think he's going to kick the ball over his head if he gets a hold of this one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's playing like a deep safety.
Owen Tomlinson fakes it. It's a fake. It will not break the tackle. No. And that's going to be a big play by number 6, and that is Marcus Waiters.
And that's why they did not have anybody back but a safety. They might have saw something on film or just, hey, they're going to run a fake. And that just failed miserably, unfortunately. Just did not go anywhere. So I like the gamble because of where the time is, but the downside is that Braden River has the lead, has the ball with 5 minutes and 8 seconds left.
And they have the ability. They've got a big back in there.
And we're going to see him.
They're going to just
pound it.
And there he goes. Pender down the sideline. He's at the 10-5. Touchdown. Big Pender.
And we talked earlier, nice run by the young man there. We talked earlier about eventually Braden River wearing down the Bulls, and it just seems like in the last few minutes that's what's happened with the defense. That's 2 big plays back-to-back for scorers, for long runs.
Check out the replay. Yeah. There he goes.
And he's just off to the races. Didn't even get touched.
Trayvon, now there's a good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And now Bruno Roos puts 24 points up there, and the Pirates lead this one 24-14. So really, in the game, looking at this game, you think, we potentially are a 30-point underdog going into this game. We're going to have to do fake punts, and we're going to do all that.
Yes.
That fake punt, in that situation, they're playing so well, but if it goes, you win the game right there. If that goes, you kind of get the will, and that's going to take you down the field, and you're going to win the ball game. But
yeah, I mean, the coach can, definitely justify the call. And you got to take chances in games sometime. And they were. If you look at the Massey ratings, which is a national algorithm, Braden River was supposed to win this game 42-7 tonight, which means a running clock, and we're nowhere near that. And they're still not really out of this thing yet.
And
there's still 5 minutes left.
You cannot say enough about the Parrish Bulls tonight. What a game they're playing. There's that ball. It lands just on the goal line, so that's going to be another touchback. So, a great kicking night here for Bruno Roos.
Yes, he's been a great weapon for the Pirates, putting that ball in the end zone. So Parrish gets the ball now. I think they're going to have to open this thing up a little bit, being down 10 points. They need 2 scores.
Well, if you look at the last series, a couple plays there, perfect play calls.
Yes.
Open receivers.
Yes.
Just secure the football and move down the field. 4:58 on the clock for Vols. He has one back in the backfield, Moss. Hands it to Moss. Big, big, big hit there by number 24, and that is Tanner Wolf, 6'3", 190 pounds. And he got all that across the bow that time. Clock?
Yeah. The clock is their worst enemy right now, and just getting 2 yards on that. They're going to have to step it up here a little bit.
Just tried to fool them on that, on what could have been obvious passing.
Yes.
Not a bad call.
Yeah, not a bad call. There it is.
There's that hitch. Got to make him this tackle.
Hold on.
Ball's out.
And there it's out.
And he picks it up. And he's rolling down there. Helmet comes off, and that is number 3 with the recovery, and that's Adian Dangler, the Mike linebacker. This will be an interesting one to see if he has a clean possession, if there's a bobble there. Because you could see the DB came in. Okay, nice. So there's the strip. So it looked, yeah he had possession, ball's out. 31 with the recovery. And so number 31 on the recovery is not on my roster. Big play.
So we talked about Parrish Community earlier needing to play a perfect game. They have for 95% of the night. They have played Parrish Bull football, and they have given Braden River everything. But last 3 plays, 2 on defense, 1 on offense, 2 touchdowns and a turnover, definitely making the difference tonight.
It's one of those that if you did not watch the game, we can't encourage people to go watch the game. And then you look at the score, which could eventually be a 31-14 score here. You're going to think it was an easy walk in the park here. It has not been. Pender spins off a tackle, driving for the end zone, and he's got 6.
Well, that was an easy walk in the park run there. But for the game, you are spot on, Brian. When it rains, it pours here.
So you watch this, Pender, and he gets in there, and he does his little pirouette move with a little spin. Puts him in the spin cycle with a washer move, and takes it to the end zone.
203 pounds. That is a load.
Yeah.
Great night. If he was down on his numbers, he has made them up here just in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Benarouz gets the kick through.
That's good.
And so extends the score to 31-14, 4:08 on the clock. Here's a look at that touchdown again.
So just a straight handoff, offensive line.
Oh.
Great block there. Nice spin move, like you said. Wash cycle and touchdown.
You got to give.
That's 3. I think that was just he held up 3. Hat trick. That's when you get 3.
But he really should have been going over there and tapping the helmet of number 56, Elliott Parker, the 5'10", 230-pounder out there blocking in front. Because if you're in the process, he knifed in there in front of that spin move. Anybody gets a hand on you there, you're going to get tackled.
His last 3 touchdown runs here in this 3 minutes. There's been a lot of good blocking up front that's made that really easy for him. I mean, he's a great back. He's got a lot of tools there. He could be playing on Saturday, but a lot of help from his offensive line.
Drives that one 5 yards deep into the end zone. Unable to catch that one was number 32, John Keene. So the Bulls will have ball 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
So Parrish is going to have to come into some type of a hurry up here. 3 scores down now. They may just stay with what's been working. This might have been the whole game plan for the week, and it has been successful. They can just get some misses. The problem is Braden River has the lead, and they can sit back and be comfortable on the defense knowing they got a 3-score lead.
Vols looks out there. Nice pass. Perfect location for Stamper. Goes out of bounds for a gain of about 8 yards. So nice play. Clock stops at 4:01. Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, good play call. Got out of bounds. Trying to break. All they need is a break. Get a quick score and see what happens.
4:01 on the clock. second and 3.
They have all their timeouts.
Ball sends Stamper over in motion, left to right across your formation. Moss is in the backfield back there behind Vols. They hand it to fake the handoff, throws a long ball down the boundary. Got a wide open receiver and he overthrows. Oh my word.
That was the play right there. He had him beat by 10 yards. If we can get a replay on that.
Chemistry Young, the freshman. You know, what can you can't say enough about that. That's a freshman out there?
Yeah, he's tall and lanky, perfect build for a receiver. And had the defense beat.
Cooked.
He had an easy touchdown. That's the play they needed. And unfortunate, great play call.
Wow, incredible change of it. You know, now you're looking at 31-21 onside kick.
Yes.
And a whole different outcome.
With 3 timeouts, you could even kick it down there and possibly got to get there first.
Balls looks for the middle out there. Look at this tight end run. Good grief. The number 9 there showing great speed, and that's Brian Valente, 5'11", 200-pound senior.
Yeah, I think he was his safety valve on that one, Brian. He was looking downfield. If you watch him looking up, and was getting a rush, and there's my safety valve. And
how about
he
that?
goes, 10, 15, almost 20 yards on that play after he caught the ball.
Now he throws the quick out, and it's tipped up in the air, and then finally caught. That one is going to be a fun look.
Yeah, it's amazing. The Braden River guy could have just snatched it out of the air, but he hung on to it. And
that's Young again.
Clock's running on this one, though. He was unable to get out of bounds, obviously. So they've got to go hurry up here.
That is one killer freshman receiver, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we talk about the Bulls here tonight, I look at this roster, and it's so deep and it's so young. Incredible. Now, that's going to be an illegal shift. We'll see our time expire. Let's let the pros let us know what happened there. It's going to be encroachment on Braden River.
So that moves the chains, and it moves the chains.
Incredible. Now the clock starts. 2:54 on the clock. Throws that route again, Ken. He's got him. And it's overthrown once again.
You know, if they keep playing around, he's going to catch it sooner or later.
So that's an interception back there in the shadows. Now the lights is very dark back there in that back corner from our vantage point. So we'll take a look at this one.
I think 22 is the safety coming across. Great angle here. In the same route, watch 22 coming from the safety spot to free safety to catch that thing to thwart the drive.
Yeah, he's in the shadow back there. We can barely see that back pylon back there in the back corner.
Yeah.
The shadows kind of crept across the field. So great look by our guys out there in the press box. Now they're going to wind this one down, and Pender's just going to grind out a bunch of yardage here. 2:30 on the clock. Braden River will survive this homecoming battle, and no one's going to believe until you rewind this thing.
You got to watch this game to really see what really happened, and you take out 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, and you know, it was, as we said, whoever's going to get the ball last. So this sets up really 2 things. One, the showdown next week right here when Port Charlotte comes to town. As they run the next play, they're just going to hand it.
Pender, and he's got a first down. Clock continues to wind. Minute 48. I got a text in here from Mark Sousa from Harley Stadium, home of our homecoming.
Homecoming Tigers. Did they pull it out?
Palmetto 31, Mustangs 17 at the half. So that was a halftime score.
Oh, okay. The second thing about Parrish community, looking at the regional rankings, is a lot of the schools that are Fort Myers, Dunbar, Naples, Collier, North Fort Myers, Port Charlotte, Fort Myers, they're all down there in that hurricane area, and it's going to be a struggle for some of them that maybe even to finish their district.
Oh, my.
You know, I think the governor was down there with a coin toss earlier this week with a Naples versus Barry Collier, so it was good to see him playing football, but they have to have all these district games in by 2 weeks from tonight. So the one thing that the Bulls could benefit if they can't finish, they may not be able to have district champions down there. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I know they're going to try their best, but you know, it's pretty rough down there.
Now the Pirates will take this victory formation. Had a little false start on that last play, and not called. Is irrelevant at this point. Clock continues to wind. 1:20. Trier's going to lose some offensive yards here in high school football.
I think he'll take the big district win.
He's taking away back there about 6 yard depth, so he's going to take 12 to 18 yards of rushing losses here. And so there he goes again. He's happy with that with the big district win. 58 seconds on the clock here. And that's just about going to do it.
And then the other point, too, Port Charlotte having to play Coach Bradley, who you're looking at, and this Braden River team next Friday. Then they got to go down there and play Parrish. And I wouldn't count those guys out against the Port Charlotte team.
Oh, no. You're talking about?
I'm talking about 2 weeks when they they have to come here, and then the following week they got to drive a little farther all the way to Parrish. 2 weeks in a row on the road playing against these two schools. It's gonna come down to that computer algorithm to pick the winner. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll get to do one of those games. We'll have to wait and see on that too.
What a fun night tonight. We come in here. We've been told by several people in town you're going to be at a game, and it's going to be a running clock game.
Oh yeah, people asking me about. I'll be.
Yeah.
You'll be home before 9 o'clock.
No.
Don't think so. It's 9:18 right now.
Yeah. So 32 seconds on the clock, and this game is done at this point. But Braden River lines up and is a punting formation, and he's going to kick that one out of there. And he has a very low kick, and it's caught there by number 6, the up back. He's at the 30.
They're calling him.
Did he say?
Did he fair catch it?
I didn't see the fair catch. Now we'll pick this up on a replay.
Yeah. Because why would they? Well, the first time they filled a punt all night, and they blow the whistle. Like, no, you can't run it.
That's going to be a tough one because you're thinking that the punt is further back there. And
it wasn't a long punt. He only had about 35 yards to go, and had just 2 or 3 people to get by. It could have been an easy touchdown.
Yeah, it was. And then, but what a job tonight from everybody out there in the crew. It has been phenomenal.
Oh yeah, they do a bang-up job. Manatee County School District graduates.
I really wanted to see is the replay, like the coin or whatever it was coming back in there, to have the picture of the replay guy with a big smile. I'm talking about the guy that's running it down there. And I don't think it's Blake tonight.
No.
I don't know who's running the replays tonight. Have his face and a smile and his name as that thing goes, because it has been comical. It has been so dialed in tonight.
Oh, yeah. We're blessed. They make it easy, make it very easy for us.
I've got one of these mute buttons up here, and I never use it, but I had to use it tonight because I started giggling a couple times. So the clock's at 24 seconds. The Bulls have the ball.
3 timeouts. Up 2. I stand corrected. All I got to do is look at the screen.
I'm telling you, the robots are taking over.
They're robots, yeah. Artificial intelligence, color analyst.
24 seconds on the clock. If they watch tens of thousands, if they have the computers watch tens of thousands of hours of football to catch us, they're going to get through about a month of what we do, unfortunately. So they got a lot of years to go. 24 seconds here on the clock. The Bulls have been so courageous tonight. They're not kneeling down.
I think they want to try to get one score here just to finish strong.
In motion goes the big tight end looking guys, and he throws the slant behind it. It was open. And then if he had time, he could have gone back to number 85 out there. 85 on my roster is Kenneth Gilbertson, 183-pound junior out there. He looked very fast going across the formation. Went out there to the left, threw the slant underneath.
Yeah, he had two options and chose to go with the slant.
If he'd have looked at that slant and then, because they bailed the coverage on 85 late. But
when you have four big guys chasing you down too, that makes it a little harder.
It's easy from up here.
Of course it is. Oh!
10. Oh, breaks
he's gonna
tackle.
Score. He's
he
gonna score.
Is in 4-6. Jerome Turner, the junior running back. He says, put me in the game, coach.
Put me in with my clean uniform and let me see if I can do something. And what a great, again, 3 minutes of terror tonight, but they have not given up. And what a way to finish strong here in this game as we watch this replay. Dive play, going to the left and cuts back to the right, and he is off to the races. My goodness, made it look easy.
Send it in, Jerome. Remember that Billy Packard call?
Billy Packard, yeah.
Touchdown. Jerome Turner, the junior, and then the extra point by Steady Eddie tonight, Owen Tomlinson. So here with 12 seconds remaining, you're going to see an onside kick by the Bulls, and the Pirates have a 31-21 point lead. What do you think? Onside kick?
Yeah. You have
Surely
to do the onside kick. You just never know. I mean, 13 seconds. If you had 45 seconds, I think you might have a better chance to pull this thing out. But two of them, and figuring out how to score a touchdown and kicking a field goal, unless you get some penalties. I mean, it's still probably mathematically possible here, but let's just see it, let it play it out. And onside kicks are hard enough to pull off anyway.
Got an onside kick recovery, you're down to 8 seconds. Throw into the end zone, you're down to 2 seconds. And then
I mean, and you could always kick the field goal first if you had a good kicker, because you need that too.
Then you're going to need to kick off.
And then kick another onside.
Well, you're going to need them to catch the ball, start to run with it, fumble it, pick it up, scoop, and score. Because you can't advance the muff kick. So that's what you got to do.
Kicked it right to him.
All right, so that one is going to be the ball game, and that was recovered there by the big tight end wide receiver, Gervonta Kuntz, sealing the deal here tonight. The 6-foot, 230-pound tight end, running back, wide receiver. Clock's here at 12, but basically this one is over.
Yes. Coach Colton over for Parrish Community has just got to be so happy with the performance of his Bulls tonight, and even Coach Bradley with his team. They've held strong here and then had a burst there at the end. They know both of them know there's still more football ahead, but a lot to take away from this game.
Hayden Finney comes in late to the game here, sets up at left tackle. And they fake it, and they're throwing the ball for the end zone is Trier. And he's going to miss the ball with 5 seconds.
Interesting play call there. He's
and the receiver gets
cramped up.
Hopefully that's just a cramp.
Yeah, looks like it. Hopefully, yeah.
I remember I went to Alabama-Florida game, and they were just destroying Florida in Tuscaloosa, and they threw one to the end zone, and I won't mention the player's name or anything, and the guy's femur got snapped in half on a rub-it-in-your-face late touchdown.
It didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
And he broke his leg.
And I remember Spurrier, I was there in 95 in Georgia when Spurrier tacked on 52 at the end of the game, and everybody, how big of a jerk he was.
The old fun and gun.
And Trier takes the knee, and that's going to wind the clock out. And, so here at the close of this one, much closer than the experts thought, Ken. Delightful night here of football, beautiful weather. Fans and the personnel here, Ken, treat us like gold here at Braden River. Also wanted to say a special shout out and thanks to the athletic director. It's really nice when we approach folks and they're kind to us.
Yes.
And they work with us to put on our free football games, and I can say that we have so much cooperation that, some of the schools and both these schools are just fantastic to deal with, and they've been great, and we appreciate it so much. It's nice.
Yes, and if you were either watching or even better, you were here, you were treated to a great football game tonight. For Braden River, a little closer than you wanted, but enough to pull out the win, and they're still alive in their district, and Parrish just played a well game. They needed to play a perfect game. They almost pulled it off. They scored points in the red zone. They slowed down the running game, and they played 4 quarters of football tonight. So we were just blessed to be able to do this game tonight. Brian?
All right, so, we had so many great replays tonight. I don't think we're going to show replays. But, yeah, here they are. My replay is on fire. And this is Spender running around with the option pitch.
This was the one.
There's the strip early on in the game.
Early on, yes.
And there you go. Fire goes. And let's tonight's final score from Pirate Stadium at Braden River High School. The Braden River Pirates 31, the Parrish Community High School 14. Be sure to join us next week. I'm Brian Varnador, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Ken Burton Jr. We thank you for watching Varsity Sports Network Suncoast. Now that's a wrap. Happy homecoming, Ken.
Happy coming.